Hi, my name's Phil Craig and I'm the leader of the Referendum Party. This last weekend we had a number of rallies, our first rallies as a party. They went fantastically well. And for those that weren't able to join us, perhaps I could just share with you the essence of the message that we had. And what we've said there at those rallies is this. First of all, we recognise that as South Africans, sadly, we all know where our country's heading. We know where this journey we're on ends. We wished we didn't, but we know it's not going to end well for us. You know, the writing is on the wall, if we can use that expression. But what we said is the parties, it just doesn't have to be that way. In the Western Cape, we can have a different future. That doesn't have to be our future, and a better future is within our power, within our grasp, but only if we're going to stand up and vote for it in 2024. And we asked people to say, well, what kind of future is it that you want? What are the things that are important to you? And the members of the audience, the people who came along, of course, shared very similar futures to us, the Referendum Party. They wanted to live in a non-racial country. They wanted to live in a country that was safe and that was free from crime. They wanted to live in a functional country where things just worked. We wanted electricity and water, schools, hospitals, and so on. They're all functional. And yeah, we shared this same dream. And we've given this dream a name at the Referendum Party. We've called it a first world future at Africa's southern tip. And then we asked people who came along to say, well, look, if you think everybody in the Western Cape voted for the ANC, what do you think? Do you think that's going to deliver that future? And of course, everybody laughs because clearly it's obvious that if you vote ANC, you're not going to get that future. Then we asked a really important question to people that perhaps is a little more difficult for many people of the Western Cape, and that is, if you vote for the DA, everybody in the Western Cape votes for the DA, do you think you're going to get that future? And of course the answer is no. And people then suddenly realised, those who hadn't realised already, that voting for the DA is not going to deliver that future. And we can see that. We know it for a fact. We've had a DA government in the Western Cape for 14 years. We don't have that future. We still live in a country that's mired by race-based policy, and we've got very low economic growth. 1 in 4 people are unemployed. We have the highest murder rate in the world, and the DA haven't been able to deliver that first world future that we're all dreaming of. And one of the things that's really important, and we were pains to point out, is that's not because the DA are not doing a good job at running the Western Cape. I think in the circumstances that we have, they are doing a good job in running the Western Cape, and I think most fair-minded people would recognise that. But we're trapped in a system where it doesn't really matter who we vote for, whether it's the DA or the Freedom Front Plus or the ACDP or the Referendum Party, us. None of us in the current system can do a good job and deliver that future in the Western Cape. Why? Because all of the decisions have been made in Pretoria. It doesn't matter who we elect in the Western Cape. The system gives all of the decision-making power to Pretoria, and that currently is an ANC government. It's been an ANC government since the start of our democracy, and the reality is past 2024, it's still going to be an ANC government, albeit they may be in coalition with somebody else. And we can't achieve the future that we want if we stay trapped in this current system. And the best solution for the people of the Western Cape is to get out of the system, is to stand up and say enough. Actually, we're going to fight for a different future, a future where what we want is important, where we can elect our own government and where we can remove our own government if it doesn't perform. And that's the very essence of Cape independence. And that's the message that we want to bring to all of you in the Western Cape. In 2024, you need to go out and you need to vote for Cape independence. If you vote for Cape independence, then we can deliver the future of our dreams. We can live in a non-racial country. We can live in a safe country. We can live in a country where everybody's got work. We can live in a country where people live in decent quality housing. We don't have shacks everywhere. But we can only do that if we go out and we're able to vote for Cape independence, which will allow us to install the government that we want, that then does have the power to deliver the future that most of us are dreaming of. So our plea to you in 2024 is please vote for Cape independence. Ideally, we'd love you to vote for us at the Referendum Party, but if that's not your thing and you'd rather vote for the Freedom Front Plus, or if they're standing the Cape Independence Party, that's also fine. Just vote for Cape Independence. What we're saying to people is, under no circumstances, please do not vote for the DA. The DA have taken a stand against Cape Independence. If you vote for the DA, we will not get Cape Independence. You don't have to worry about not having a DA DA government, because the reality is post-2024, you're going to have a DA government anyway. Just the way that it works out, the ANC are so far below, they're at about 20% in the last election. There's no possible prospect of the ANC coming back to power in the Western Cape. But at the Referendum Party, we've taken that away from chance. We've said we understand that's a concern and people are worried about losing a DA government and perhaps having the ANC come back. And whilst that's not the case, we understand that people fear it. So we have made a firm promise that we will vote against the ANC as a party, and we will vote with the DA to allow them to form a provincial government. So a vote for the Referendum Party will deliver a DA government to you in the Western Cape, which you're going to get anyway. But actually we're making that as an election promise so that you can know that voting for Cape independence and voting for the Referendum Party will not result in the ANC coming back into power. What it will result in is a referendum on Cape independence, which will allow us in the Western Cape to make all of the important decisions for ourselves. And then by doing that, we have the ability to deliver the future for ourselves that we really want. And at the Referendum Party, we're looking for 100,000 votes. We don't need half of the electorate. We don't need huge numbers. And about 840,000 people have signed up with Cape Exit, with the NPC, to say, look, we want Cape independence. And what we now need is 100,000 of those people to come and to vote in 2024 for Cape independence. And if they do that, then we're going to deliver Cape independence. We're going to deliver a referendum. Once we've delivered a referendum, we'll win that referendum. Then we will have our own government. We can become a separate country and we can deliver the future of your dreams. If you want more information, visit us at our website, www.capereferendum.org, or follow us on social media at @VoteReferendum. Thanks.